In this short video, we'll take a look at Home Depot and Lowe's, the common size income statement, to see what we can see is similar or different between the two. All right, so a common size income statement takes all the numbers in the income statement, divide them by revenue. And so everything is as a percentage of revenue. So we can see, of course, revenue is going to be 100% of revenue. And we can remember from the other video, or if you haven't looked at the other video, Lowe's about in 2019, about 72 billion compared to 110 billion for Home Depot. Okay, so they're larger, but by reducing everything as a percentage of the sales, it makes it easier to make comparisons. All right, so the cost of goods sold is right at 66% for Home Depot. Notice how rock solid that is year after year after year. There's a little variation, but not much. Now, these are large companies, okay? So you get a lot more stability in these ratios. For a small company like a mom and pop store, these will be all over the place, okay? It might be 65, 75 the next year, 58 the next year, 79 the next year, and 30 the next year. They can have a lot of variation, okay? But for large publicly traded corporations like Home Depot and Lowe's and the other companies we're looking at, these should be fairly stable. So if you see a material difference in them, that means something changed. Notice that about 66 over here, it's about 68 over here, okay? Slightly higher cost of goods sold as a percent of revenue. And another way of looking at that is that the markup, and there'll be a separate video on markup, is a little bit lower at Lowe's. Now, another way to think of that is there is some minor differences in the product mix that they sell. So with Lowe's, some of the products might be lower end products that they don't get to charge as much for. In any event, that means that Home Depot enjoys about 2 or 3 percentage points higher gross profit margin than their colleagues over at Lowe's. It's about 32 for Lowe's, but it's 34 and change for Home Depot. Next, we look at the selling, general, and admin expenses. Now, these are the period expenses. And notice that as a percentage of revenue, they're actually lower over here at Home Depot than they are at Lowe's. One of the reasons for that is economies of scale. Y'all studied economics in your BADM 201 class. Home Depot sells more stuff. So they're, if they both companies are competing for the same janitor. So if you're paying the janitor less over it, or you're paying the exact same amount to the janitor at Home Depot and Lowe's, but Lowe's is generating more sales, the janitor's salary is a lower percentage of the sales. So that probably represents economies of scale. It's Home Depot is larger. They're about 50% larger, maybe 60% larger than Home Depot. Home Depot is 60% larger than Lowe's. And so that's the reason there's just an economy of scale there. You can see that the depreciation and amortization expenses are similar, around 2%. But between the 2 points they gain there and another 4 points they gain here, there's about 6 points difference between operating income at Lowe's and Home Depot. All right, so Home Depot's making more money per dollar of sales. You can see the interest expenses are roughly the same for both companies. Income before taxes, roughly the same. Net income after taxes, about 10%, about 6%, and it's higher across the boards over all these time periods. Home Depot is a better run organization, and they make more money. The income taxes, we had noticed that in the other video. Let me take a quick, doing income taxes as a percent of sales doesn't really tell you anything. You want to look at income taxes as a percent of taxable income. And if we look over here, notice there's the impact of the Trump tax cuts. 36, 36, 37, they kicked in 2018, 24, 24. All right.